Rob Manfred offers MLB players another option: play faster, and no pitch clock. Beverly Hills, Commissioner Rob Manfred's frustrations with the Major League Baseball Players Association were evident Thursday, using a bulk of his press conference at MLB's owners' meetings to vent over his pace of play proposals. He also unveiled a proposal that would involve no pitch clock this year or in 2019, provided the average time of a 9-inning game does not exceed 2 hours, 55 minutes. Simply, the players have until the start of spring training camps on February 13 to accept his proposal, in which there won't be a pitch clock in 2018, and perhaps never if the game times decrease, or have him unilaterally implement a pitch clock and other harsh measures no matter how much they hate it. It's the player's choice. We remain 100% committed to the idea, Manfred said, that we need to make changes to address the pace of the game. And the best way to address the pace of game is to get an agreement with the players. That was our goal, and it remains our goal today. Manfred's latest proposal to the union, he said, would to implement pace of play procedures that would not require a pitch clock in 2018. Mound limits would be limited to 1 per inning, regardless of whether a coach, manager or teammate visited the pitcher. Hitters would be required to stay in the batter's box. Commercial breaks would be reduced. Hitters and pitchers would have to be ready the moment the commercial break ends. Yet, there would be no pitch clock. If the procedures work, and the game times are reduced by 10 minutes, to 2:55, Manfred promised that there wouldn't be a pitch clock in 2019, either. We are trying to put the control whether or not a clock went in, Manfred said, into the hands of the players. If you are right, it's a W for all of us. The clock is ticking. Do I have a drop-dead day, firm? Manfred said. Do I think we need to make an agreement between now and when the players report? Yeah. We are waiting for some sort of a response. Our preferred resolution is to come to an agreement with the players. Manfred, vocal about his plans to implement pace of play procedures a year ago, said the original idea was to negotiate a working agreement by December. He encouraged Union President Tony Clark to sit down with his office to discuss idea throughout the year. There was one meeting in Washington, D.C., with players, and that was it. Proposals went back and forth, Manfred said, and we thought we were close enough to making an agreement, close enough for us to send a proposal out to his membership for approval. Unfortunately, that proposal was rejected by the players. And when Manfred and his staff went back to the union to make modifications, it was flatly rejected. Tony didn't think he was in position, Manfred said, to make any agreement on pace of play. So now, here we are, with camps opening in less than 2 weeks, and players having no idea whether Manfred will implement his original proposal of mandatory 20-second pitch clocks, which would result in an automatic ball to a hitter's count if violated, or accept his radically revised proposal without a pitch clock. Manfred badly wants cooperation from the players. Really, he needs it. It could be a public relations nightmare if it's implemented without the players' cooperation. They could ridicule the new rules almost on a daily basis, tarnishing the game's image, and there's nothing Manfred could do to stop it. Yet, if the players don't negotiate an agreement, and dare Manfred to unilaterally implement it, he would likely have no choice but to call their bluff. I don't think this is a DEFCON 3 issue, Manfred said, no matter what happens. It's important to put this issue in the context that the agreement creates. Remember, we actually have an agreement with players on rule changes. We had it already. This is not some form of economic leverage or anything like that. This is just abiding by the deal we already made with the players. I don't see it as something that needs to be the source of great contentiousness. We negotiated for a particular contractual right, just like they negotiated for certain rights. If it turns out that we have to exercise one of those rights, it is what it is. Gallery, Top 2017-18 Free Agents.